like defensively, there was some lapses for us, especially in the first couple quarters. Um, and I mean, with every game in a series like this, there's a lot of adjustments, not just like player to player matchup, but schemes defensively and then offensively, different things. So, I expect different looks from New York. And, for us, I think that we did some good things, but we definitely had some lapses. And so we got to string together 4 quarters of good basketball.
Doug, follow up.
Yeah, I guess I'll ask the question. Did you ask F and Brady if he's coming back for game 2?
I didn't get a chance to see him after the game, but yeah, maybe he will be for game 2. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Thanks, Kels.
Yeah.
We'll go next to Michael. Go ahead, Michael.
Hi, Kelsey. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I was just curious, like in these games, it seems like with you and the Liberty all season, like a run or two has dictated kind of where the game has gone, or like especially during the regular season, a lot of those games where either you were blowing them out or vice versa. How do you mentally stay engaged in those sequences, knowing that how the series has it trended this year? And like, how do you keep that in the back of your mind as the series progresses?
Well, I think I said this to somebody earlier, but the first time we played the Liberty this year, they were on their road stretch on the road traveling. So I don't think that we got their best shot. And then of course, for us on the other end, we played them both times at the end of our road trips, and we were tired. So I think that has something to do with it. So I really kind of take those out of the way. I think that you know, for kind of what the question was beforehand, like I expect the Liberty come in and just be a different team. It's tough when you show up. I remember my first game in the finals last year. I was kind of wide-eyed. I didn't really know what to expect. It just is a different feel. So I mean, I expect them to come in and they have a ton of pride in that locker room. A lot of really good players, and um, you know, we're gonna see a different team. I feel like.
Thank you, Kelsey.
Mhm.
All right, and Rafiq, you're up, and you're going to be followed by Courtney. Rafiq, slowly, if you would.
This is Rafiq with Nothing But That Sports Talk. How you doing, Kelsey and Jackie?
Good.
Yeah, I just want to ask you, like, the New York Liberty have not lost back-to-back games all season, even during the playoffs. Like, what is your team looking to do in order to become the first team to hand them their first losing streak this year?
For us, it's always been aces. We focus on what we can do, and I think a lot of times in these playoffs, even throughout the season, there's all these like statistics, like 3 bobby pins have never dropped on the floor for game 1, or like 2 birds flew into the arena for game 2. It's never happened before. Like, I mean, respectfully, I don't pay any attention to that stuff. And I understand what you're saying, but for us, I think we're just focused on us and our locker room and what we can control and the things we can get better at and continue to get better at for the series.
And if I could ask a follow up to Jackie, you were literally knocking down shots not in the recent game, whether it's coming off of incredible ball movement or going on the inside. Like, when you look back at the film of the way you played the last game, like how you look to like actually build off of that momentum going into game 2?
Yeah, I think just by staying aggressive and being confident. Yeah, my teammates, they have a lot of faith in me, a lot of confidence in me, and I just have to have that same confidence in myself. And so I think the biggest thing for me is just coming out with an aggressive mindset.
Appreciate the insight. Good luck in game 2.
Thank
All
you.
right, one more question from Zoom. We're going to go to Courtney, and then we'll return to the room for questions. Courtney.
Hey, Kelsey and Jackie, how you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Question I have: you guys combined with Chelsea Gray. You guys combined for 72 points in the last game. Well, after watching the film, do you think that's the best way to attack the Liberty with the guard play, or are you guys going to be able to switch it up, or is the guard play you think is the key factor? The question for both of you.
I mean, I think we always play through A, and so yeah, I mean, it's Asia Wilson. We're gonna go to her, but I mean, at the same time, we know they're gonna be doubling her and showing her different looks, and so that gives the guards, a little bit of more freedom on the perimeter, and so I think for us guards, we just have to be ready and be able to read closeouts, read what the defense is doing, and just step up and make plays.
And just one more follow-up question real quick. How much of a home court advantage playing in Vegas does that have to do with attacking the opponents the way you guys do? Is the home court advantage, is that the best is the home court, is it much of a home court advantage?
Yeah, I mean, our team loves playing here in Vegas. I think that our fans are a big part of what we do and the energy that we have. They're super in on the game and they see kind of the nuances and, they're yelling at the refs and, I mean, they're very in tune. So we obviously play off their energy. But for us as competitors, I don't care if we're playing in Vegas or Alaska, we're going to be ready to play.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's the finals. So you just got to show up and make it happen.
Thank you and good
Room
luck.
for questions to your right in the first row.
Hey, this is for Kelsey. I mean, all of you guys as elite athletes are such role models for young girls and women. But you in particular, being married to another athlete, are sort of a role model that you can be a power couple and make things work. I mean, I think game 3, your husband's going to be in Buffalo playing while you're playing. What's that like? Do you guys check in with each other? People want to, I mean, are fascinated by that. 2 really successful people.
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy. We've been apart for the entire season, and so first of all, we lean on our faith because we got to answer to something higher than ourselves. I think Dee and I understand the incredible pull that you have when you're a professional athlete in terms of like some of the things that you have to do, right? And your time is very limited, but I love him so much, and I love him for outside of the sport. So I don't really, when we go home and when we talk, we don't really talk about a lot of like what happened in our work. We're kind of, it's kind of a,
Breaking down your game or anything like that.
no, we're not. Neither of us. We're really just encouraging each other and uplifting each other because, this has been a tough season for us apart. And so, we just have to kind of stay buckled down and we keep our relationship very private, but there's no way that I'd be able to show up every day the way, I am for my teammates and stuff if I didn't have that support at home.
One last thing, if there is a game 4, you think he'll be there?
Yeah, if his schedule allows, they have long practice days, but if his schedule allows, I think that he'll try to make it.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
And second row center.
Kelsey, you've talked a lot about the practice facility, the trainers here, all that kind of stuff. I'm wondering specifically what the benefit has been there because you guys have been home for like 99% of the time since like late August.
Ooh, I mean, I think that any time that you have the ability to recover and train, you're going to be a better athlete, and better athletes produce, higher levels of results. I think that there's no coincidence that the owners and the clubs that have invested the most in resources are some of the top performing teams. I think that I know we can't do like correlation and causation, but for me personally, I see a lot of benefit in that, and so just grateful to be a part of an organization that has those resources, that's really into player health, and as you see, I think it's not a coincidence that Jack, Chelsea, me, AC, like Kia, like we have so many people that continue to get better throughout the year, and that's a testament to our staff, our training staff, strength staff, our coaching staff, player development. So we're very grateful to be beneficiaries of that.
What are some stuff that you have been able to do because you have all those assets here at home versus maybe if you had been a lower seed and been on the road at some places?
Yeah, well, I mean, anytime you're on the road, you're basically at the mercy of like the hotel resources. So whatever they have, like lifting wise, or like maybe a pool or a jacuzzi, but you're not really able to like get an ice bath, get in the cryo or hyperbaric chamber. I mean, some people bring masseuses on the road, some people don't. But you're also sleeping in your own bed, you're eating your own food. There's just things that's a familiarity, but it really does make a difference. And we work really hard to be the number 1 seed, to be able to be home. To benefit from that stuff later in the season. So that's why every game matters, and it's really cool that everyone cares enough to really lock in, and that's why we're in the position we're in now.
We're going to return to Zoom for Brian. Brian, go ahead.
Thank you. Good afternoon, guys.
My first question is for Kelsey. After halftime, you guys were able to have a lot of success in defending Marine Johannes. How do you think the guard defense will be able to replicate that success going forward in game two?
Yeah, I mean, for our team, we've had some poor third quarters, and New York has really came out and punched us in the face. And so I think it was kind of a team awareness, understanding that setting the tone to start the half is really important. Coming out, being super focused, and knowing our schemes. And I mean, credit Marine was phenomenal. She came out and she was hitting threes off of one leg and fading to the left and the right. And so, in the second half, obviously, we had a lot more emphasis on her. And I thought our bigs and guards collectively did a great job as a team. But she's a tough player. Like if you let her get going, there's really not much you can do.
Thank you. And one for Jackie as well. After half, New York really tried to get the ball out of your hands a little bit more, but you were able to keep the offense going and help the team have a much better second half. How do you think your playmaking and decision making sort of helps lift the potential of the group even higher?
Yeah, I think our team trusts me with the ball in my hands, and just making decisions, whether that's running a play or just having the ball in transition to make a play. But I mean, at the end of the day, we're just trying to be super unselfish and get the ball popping. We play out of our defense, and whenever we do that, we're able to get going in transition and play at the pace we want to play at.
Thank you, guys. Good luck tomorrow night.
Jackie, Kelsey, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, thanks for sitting down with us. First question is for Benijah. Aces starting guards all enjoyed pretty good games, scoring at least 20 points on really good percentages. What are some things that you guys are working on for game two to make sure they're less comfortable at the point of attack?
Just being more aggressive and more disruptive.
Thank you. And then second one for Kayla. Sandy mentioned after game one that the team has not lost back-to-back games all season, including losing game one against the Sun. What do you kind of contribute that achievement to that you guys are able to do that? Is it adjustments, coaching? Like, what do you kind of attribute that to?
Just kind of locking in, kind of a wake up call, and just getting back to what we do best.
Thank you so much.
We're going to turn next to Miles. Miles, go ahead. Miles, you're going to be followed by Erica.
Hey, Benijah. Hey, Kayla. B, you often talk about KYP, know your personnel. Going back and watching the film from game one, what are some adjustments that you personally were able to pick up on film that you think you might be able to adjust to coming out tomorrow night?
Just same, kind of just being more aggressive, on both ends of the floor, being more disruptive than I was, and just kind of continue that throughout the game.
Okay, thank you. And Kayla, similar to what Fifi asked, you guys did drop that first one in Connecticut, but were able to make a lot of those adjustments and then take the next three in that series. What were you able to learn from that last series that you can now take into this one?
What we're capable of doing.
Thank you both. Good luck tomorrow.
All right, Erica, you're up. Erica, you're going to be followed by Michael.
Thank you so much. Benijah, this question will be for you. After the game, both Marine and Courtney Vandersloot talked about how there's really not any panic in the team. What can you say about how the team was able just to regroup and get focused for game two?
I'm just knowing where we kind of lacked and knowing what we're capable of, as Kayla said, and then just trying to go out and put two and two together. Just come out, forget about that game, but keep in mind what we have to be better at, and coming out and just making an adjustment.
And KT, I have a question for you as well. From the defensive side of things, what do you want to see the team be able to execute tomorrow?
Like B said, we got to be more aggressive and be more disruptive in certain actions that we've worked on.
All right, we're going to turn to, Michael and then Jeff.
Hey guys, I was just curious what the experience was like playing in your first WNBA Finals game, and what you can learn from that environment and how you can like parlay that forward for the rest of the series.
I think just knowing that both teams are coming out, we're both desperate to win. We both have a goal in mind. I know it's the first finals, but it's still basketball, and it's what we've been doing all year. So it's more about executing, more about being our best selves, and we do that. We get 3 wins, and we're champions.
Yeah, Kayla, I'd love to hear your perspective as well.
Yeah, it's a blessing, it's an honor. Not everybody can reach this moment, so just in that, we have to just kind of sit back and just be thankful for that. But like B said, um, we already experienced one game, so now we kind of know how it is, and now we just gotta just play like we know how to play.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. We're going to go to Jeff and then Candace. Jeff, you're up.
Thank you, Ron. Good afternoon, both of you. Thank you for being here today. Kayla, my first question is for you. What did you think of the way you and the rest of the bench unit stepped up on Sunday, particularly in the first half when John Cole Jones had to go to the locker room?
Yeah, I think we just did what we had to do. Come in and control what we can, and just give our all for the amount of minutes that we're in, and just try to uplift our starters and stuff like that, and just do the little things.
Absolutely. And Benaja, for you, you have your share of championship experience. You obviously have your mother to lean back on. You had a WNIT run over at Rutgers. But what does it mean to have a plethora of championship experience in the locker room? John Quell has gone to finals. Stewie and Steph have won finals. What does it mean to have this brand of championship panache in the locker room?
We just have a lot of experience. We've had people who have done there and executed. We've had people who have made it there, but just fell a little short. So I think just the experience and all just helps push us forward.
Absolutely. Appreciate your time and insight. Good luck out there.
All right, we're going to go to Candace and then Courtney.
Hey guys, how are you doing today?
Yeah.
Great. So my question is for both of you. How has it been living in and just being in New York City and Brooklyn specifically this season, as you guys are basically the hottest team in town? I ask because your other teammates, Stewie and Sloot and Reen, have all mentioned recently how cool it's been for fans to see them out in Brooklyn and say hello and wish them luck. And so I was just wondering if you guys have had that same experience this season and just your thoughts in general about how the city has embraced the team.
Yeah, I've definitely had my share of encounters with fans just being out and about, walking around. I mean, it feels good. It shows that people are paying attention, that people are interested in who we are and what we have to offer. What we do out there on the court. So, I think as we continue to grow, as we continue to build and everything, and hopefully win a championship, it'll just be that much better.
Great. And same question for Kayla. If you have any additional experiences just from the subway or just anything that you've experienced in the city that's been unique this season specifically with the team so successful.
Yeah, I mean, not so much the subway, I would say, but yeah, just kind of just walking around and just people noticing you. Our faces are kind of everywhere around the Barclays, so that's kind of just been different. Knowing, this is my first year in New York, and coming from Texas, so definitely a different experience. But it just shows the love that these New York fans have for us, and like B said, the support and how they've been with us all this long. So it's pretty awesome.
Great. Thank you guys both so much and good luck.
Brian, you're up.
Thank you, and good afternoon, everybody. After halftime in game one, you had a little bit more success on offense, going 4 for 5 from the field. How do you think your ability to score in the paint and on the interior helps open things up for the rest of the offense?
I think me being able to get in and score, it just causes people to help, and then it opens it up for my teammates.
Okay, and Kayla, what do you think from the success in the first half of game one that you guys can sort of like replicate and build on going into game two tomorrow night?
I think just staying focused, but more so just being aggressive on both ends.
All right, thank you guys, and good luck tomorrow.
All right, Rafiq, you're up.
This is Rafiq with Nothing But That Sports. So I got a question for Benija. Yeah, throughout this entire playoff run, you managed to overcome adversity. What are your overall impressions about the way the team's able to overcome adversity? The one example being going from game one loss to 3 in a row. And how can you plan to continue that after losing game one in the finals?
I don't think it's necessarily anything to sweat over right now. I think we know what we did wrong. We know what we're capable of as a team, and we've been in this position before, and we know that we can overcome it. So I think our main focus is just to continue to progress forward and, just fix the things that we lacked the last game.
And Kayla, what do you overall like when you look at the film for the last game? Like, what did your team talk about as far as slowing down the ball movement that the Aces had in the second half? Just led to a lot of open threes.
Yeah, that just comes from us not being aggressive, and that that kind of controls everything else.
Appreciate the insight. Good luck in game 2.
I think we have one more question from the room, and then we'll wrap.
Hey there, this question is for both of you, Jackie Ray, Nightcast Media. You guys have talked about not panicking, coaches talked about not panicking, but have you guys had any conversations about how to just relax and have fun just playing the game of basketball?
I mean, yeah, we do it because we enjoy it. We do it because it's supposed to be fun, but we also do it because we're competitive and we have a goal in mind. So going out, you just have to be able to bridge the two together.
Have you guys had any laughing moments, any jokes y'all played after the game, just to kind of make sure everyone's spirits is up?
I mean, yeah, we we do. I can't say, oh, like this, somebody said this, but yeah, I don't think we're, super uptight or anything about it. We know what we have to do, what we have to improve upon, and that's what we're going to do.
Final question. I know we talked about the fans and the importance of them in New York. There were some here, though, for game 1. Did you guys see them, and how much did it mean to you to see that they traveled to come see you play game 1?
Yeah, we did see them, and it means a lot to be able to have our fans want to experience this with us, be so dedicated that, they're traveling across the country to be here to support us. So it means a lot.